In the last video, we covered array. So let's continue. Now we are given another method inside the array. So which is pop, P-O-P, pop, removes and returns the last element. So when you have an array and you do pop, it's going to remove the last element from the array. And if you assign it to a variable, it's going to return the last element to you, but that array is going to be modified and the last element is going to be thrown away, removed from it. So that is what pop does. Pop, when you pop something, it removes it away. So let's continue. I think we are done with this chapter. um let's move to the next chapter. Now we are doing jailbreak. So you know what jailbreak means: when you break something so that it can have some additional function. A good friend of yours comes up to you with his brand new phone asking you if you could jailbreak it. It's pretty tech savvy, so you ask him why he doesn't go on the web and do it himself. He says no one has managed to crack the security on the model yet. Sounds like a job for you, Akpad. Now we've gotten to a jailbreak level, like we've passed breaking into a school system, now we are breaking into a phone security system. So I think we are already improving as a hacker using our Hackpad. Interesting, right? So let's start. Infiltration system, try to get a pattern. So we get this pattern. So pattern detected. So we see the title is called marks. So we see we have array of two numbers. The output is 8. 3 and 8, the output is 8. Doesn't look. So let's look at the next one. 3 and 1, the output is 1. Oh, the last one 0 and 99, the output is 99. So it's telling us to output the maximum number in the array. So that is what the pattern is telling us. It's saying you are given an array, so you should give me the maximum of that array. So that is what we are trying to achieve. Since we know what we are trying to achieve, let's get started. Start. So what comes to mind first? We know that we have an array and we are going to have the largest or the maximum value of the array. So that means we are going to loop through the array. So now we have two functions for looping. We can use the while loop and the for each also to loop through the array. So which one is efficient? Which one do you think is efficient to use? Whichever one you can use. At this point, we have been given enough tools to write our program. Unlike before, when we first started, that we had one or two buttons or keys. Now we have multiple keys, multiple functions that we can use for our program. So let's do while or for each. So let's do for each. So let's do for each. Before for each, let's declare a variable. Variable a equals 0. Why am I declaring variable a equals 0? Because I know that we are looping through an array and we are going to get the maximum value. So variable a to 0 is like the minimum value you can ever get from the elements of the array. I'm not sure whether you can get negative value, but for the positive values, the minimum you can get is 0. So I'm just declaring it down. Where it's going to come in, we don't know yet. So now we have variable b. So let me say b in input. So for every element in our input, what we are trying to look for is we are looking for the maximum value. So let's say in this instance now we have 0 and 99. So the first value for b will be 0. So I will say if variable b is greater than variable a. So let's assign variable a I will say variable A equals variable B. You see now, so that is what we are trying to achieve. You see that we have 99 as our output here, and you see that this something green line at this top reaches the center. It's saying 50%. That means our test passed 50%. So if we look at this test, we see that the first value passed, the second one didn't pass, the last one passed. So why is this second one not passing? Is our code not, is our function not good enough to complete the function and to complete the test? So let's see. So what are we missing out? If 3 is greater than 0, if A equals B, if equals B, if 1 is greater than 3, which is not. So at this point, we are having, so let's return, we may not even have error in our code, so let's just return variable A as our something. You see that our code passed, our code is actually okay for the test. So we see here, let's see what the code is actually trying to do. We assign variable A equals 0. We loop through our array, which is our input, and we assign every value at every instance to variable B. And we are saying if variable B is greater than variable A, which is 0, variable A equals variable B. So we return variable A. So which is A the first time, B was 0. If B is greater than 0, A equals 0. You get 0 is not greater than 0. So this particular part of the code will not run the first time. When B equals 99, we now say if 99 is greater than 0, let A equals 99, which is B. So we return A, which is the largest value. So we are always returning the largest value. If you look at our test now, everything is passing. So like I said before, that we have the while loop and the for each. We can also use the while loop also for this code. So I will leave that one to you as a test to use the while loop. And if you have the code, you can drop it in the comments. I would love to go through it. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video. Thank you. Let's make sure our test pass. Yep. Okay.